We're getting ready to go when Jordan's ready. All righty. Sounds like we're ready to go. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here this morning on our December 10th meeting. I'd like to call our December 10th, 2024 meeting to order at 9:30. We acknowledge Athabasca County is located on First Nations Treaty 6 and Treaty 8 traditional territory. We respect and honor all First Nations, Métis, and Inuit peoples' connection to these lands, their history, language, and culture. Bring your attention to item 2.1, the approval of the agenda, and note that all items on the agenda have been selected for debate. Are there any additions or deletions? I move to approve. Okay, thank you.
I would like to make an amendment.
Okay, Councillor Hall, your amendment?
I'd like to amend the motion to approve the agenda to include that the words "with the adoption of the agenda to approve the recommended motions for items 5.1, 7.1, 7.3, 8.1, 8.4, and 8.5, and further to delete item 5.4, as it does not include the overall strategy as outlined in motion 24.478, and is tabled until those results are in hand. It's therefore out of order for it to even be on the agenda.
Okay, we're going to back up a little bit because there was quite a list that you put through. As we mentioned, all items will be up for debate. So thank you for showing your approval of some of the recommendations that are available. Can you please give your list of what item you felt was out of order to be on the agenda?
The amendment is to approve the recommended motions along with the approval of the agenda for items 5.1, 7.1, 7.3, 8.1, 8.4, and 8.5, and to delete item 5.4.
Now, with regards to those amendments, we will take that to a vote. And I understand that as we mentioned originally, that all items have been selected for debate. Therefore, Councillor Hall would prefer to amend the agenda to approve the recommended motions for 5.1, 7.1, 7.3, 8.1, 8.4, 8.5, and to delete 5.4. So I think we will split that. And we'll have that conversation. Go ahead, Councillor Cromwell.
Thank you very much. I believe the only part of that motion that is relevant right now would be the motion to delete 5.4, as the other items have yet to come up for discussion.
Thank you. Is there anyone else who would like to weigh in here? All right.
Could we just read through the list one more time there?
I'm sorry,
could you read through that amendment list one more time, please?
Sure. Councillor Hall would like to amend the agenda to accept the recommendations on 5.1, 7.1, 7.3, 8.1, 8.4, and 8.5. In further, delete 5.4 for Hamlet signage. As mentioned, we did say that all items would be up for debate, so we will go ahead with the amendment as a vote would be required. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, Madam Reeve, I'm still confused how that motion is relevant. How can we discuss an item and then go right to the ending right now? I think that motion is out of order. And I stand by the fact the only part of that motion that should be considered is the request to delete 5.4 from the agenda. That's what we're talking about. We're not talking about approving motions right now. We're talking about adding or deleting from the agenda. Therefore, only the part to delete 5.4 is relevant and should be considered.
Thank you for that, and I will accept your point of order on that and rule the same. I agree that we have already mentioned that those items will be selected for debate. Therefore, we will move to 5.4, Hamlet signage. For that item as a consideration to be deleted. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor to delete 5.4?
Aye.
Aye.
I'm sorry, Camille Wallach or Counselor Wallach, was that
Aye.
aye? So we have 5. And those are opposed. 3, motion carries to delete item 5.4.
I would like to appeal the decision of the chair on the point of order ruling.
Thank you. I believe we've moved on, but if you would like to appeal that,
This is a simple process we've used successfully for years to allow council to spend more time on items that require more discussion and things that are really straightforward and procedural in nature. It gives us the ability to pass them and move on, freeing up time for the critical issues that are in front of us. And I would note this is called a council meeting, not the Reeves meeting. And a discussion like this and a major change like this should occur after a discussion of the entire council, not based on the declaration of one member of the council.
and thank you for that. And I would definitely invite you to bring forward an RFD if you would like to have that further discussion. As it was discussed, and we have had that conversation with regards to the consent agenda that you seem to be referring to, that there was never a motion on the floor to add that particular document, and it has been creating a few issues as the best practices are not being followed. Therefore, as mentioned, and as we have gone through the procedural bylaw and mentioned all items on the agenda have been selected for debate, it's as far as I'm concerned, that that pretty much covers the procedural bylaw. Councillor Chamzek.
I would like to discuss 8.4.
Sorry, there was an appeal, and the chair should give concise reasons for the ruling, and without debate, the members shall vote to decide the question.
Yes, and I think I just believe I gave those reasons, the best practices.
So, sorry,
Required.
you missed the part about the vote, Reeve?
Yes. As I mentioned, I gave my reasons for your appeal and stand by that we are following the procedure bylaw as it is written. Is there any further discussion?
It's without debate, Madam Chair.
Yes. And as you mentioned, you felt that everyone should weigh in. So therefore.
I did not mention that. For this moment, that is not part of the bylaw on the appeal. I said it a future time.
As this is not a productive conversation to move us forward, once again, we mentioned that all items have been selected for debate.
Would you
And
please call a vote on the ruling of the chair?
on the appeal, we will go ahead and vote. All those in favor to uphold the fact that we are going to discuss all items have been selected for debate. All those in favor to select all items for debate.
Sorry, point of order, Madam Chair. I believe the correct motion would be all those in favor to support the appeal as put by the member on the floor.
Thank you.
No, that's incorrect. The Reeve has it. Shall the decision of the chair be upheld?
I'm going to call a recess at this point until we can have a procedural conversation and understand that what we're doing is accurate. We're in recess, please. Thank you.